Pitch now coming into focus, and the two teams who contest this Regal Trophy Final, Bradford Northern and Warrington. And earlier, Ray Stubbs had a quick word with the Warrington coach Brian Johnson and Northern skipper and loose forward John Pendlebury.
Well, it's a classic battle, I guess, of a big, strong side against a smaller side that's hopefully more mobile. We'll be looking to run the ball and move their forwards over the path rather than sort of just carry the ball into their forwards. So, you know, we're hopeful that our forwards can contain their forwards and that we'll have them edge out wide.
Warrington have quite a mobile set of forwards, so you know they're going to get about the pitch, so hopefully we'll try and use the strength down the middle.
What will be the decisive factor from your opinion, from your side's opinion?
Well, it's quite a glorious day, so obviously you know, there's going to be a bit of football played, and I think the side that takes its chances.
And Bradford Northern have lost their Great Britain second row, Carl Fairbank. He's out suspended, but I'm sure, as John Pendlebury said, they'll put their trust in that heavyweight pack with David Hobbs, John Hamer, Paul Medley pounding down the middle. And if the gaps can be made out wide, then I think Northern's Welsh wing Gerald Cordle, he has the pace, he has the strength to add to his 12 tries this season. And also a pleasant surprise for Warrington fans is that David Lyon, declared unfit early this week, suffering from an eye injury. Well, he rose from his hospital bed less than 48 hours ago, and he resumes his position at fullback. And after impressive games recently, former Kells amateur Gary Chambers, he's handed the number 10 jersey. But I do think that those two half-backs there, Chris O'Sullivan, Kevin Ellis, they'll be the key to Warrington's attacking plans. And very experienced substitutes in Phil Helwell, and under-21s for Great Britain selected this week, Craig Richards for Bradford Northern, and two Welshmen there, Mark Thomas and Roland Phillips for Warrington.
I think with Chris O'Sullivan in the side row, it's given them a new look, Warrington. They're a lot more confident with their attack, and defensively they're very strong. So Chris O'Sullivan has certainly made a difference since he's come from Canberra in Australia, and you know, he's a good player, and Canberra are the most successful side in Australia, and he's making Warrington a successful side. I think the influence is there for everybody to see.
Referee Jim Smith there, insisting that Kevin Ellis was offside at the scrum, so Neil Summers puts the ball to touch in the first Bradford attack. Using Tony Marchant there, number 5, former Castleford player. Bradford spent a lot of money to change their style. They bought a lot of backs in recent months. And offside. Now then, what's John Pendlebury going to do? Really, he should go for goal, and he is. Mr. Smith from Halifax in his first major final. I just wonder what great goal kickers like Joe Phillips from Bradford Northern full-back or Jim Sullivan would say about Miles of Sam, but will not grumble. Now, Hobbs take his kick. There it is, 2 points. Easy goal from David Hobbs. Both sides, John, using the kicks to gain advantage.
Well, Hobbs is the main kicker for Bradford, and he does take a few chances when he's in his own half, so he's prone to kick a couple out on the full.
Forster. Nice to see Mark Forster, number 5 there, back in action. Been out for a long, long time. Dwayne Mann looking for support, just not there. But Warrington certainly moving this ball at great pace about the line. That's a good ball to Ellis. Oh, Bateman, he's got a yard on the outside. Drummond can't take it. I think a little inexperience from number 3, Alan Bateman. Possibly with a bit of advice have held on.
Yeah, here's Bateman in a bit of space, and he gets between the two centres. He's on the outside. Des Drummond takes a great run down the inside, and if it would have been a good ball, it could have been a try. Bit away, but Warrington is certainly prepared to give the ball some air.
Bradford, more solid, simple, professional style, coming down this middle, using this big pack. And Gerald Cordle. Been a huge success since coming into the game with this man, Gerald Cordle. Hobbs again, driving them forward. Noble, Pendlebury, that's a nice kick. Oh, well taken by David Lyon, and I think if anyone thought there were any doubts about that eye injury there, he was looking into the sun, he'd no problem. And just look at the speed of this Warrington side. How quickly they're playing. Oh, superb run by Mercer. It's got Lyon inside him. Can't get the ball away. But this is 100-mile-an-hour rugby by Warrington to Drummond. I think they realise they've got that extra yard of pace. But certainly there's no rest. O'Sullivan, the short ball to Harmon. That's a good run by this prop forward. Warrington's most consistent forward this season, number 8, Neil Harmon. Hamer can't get the ball away. Hobbs loses it. And how many times have we seen Warrington lose this ball, John, so early?
Yeah, well, they're taking the chances with the ball, and it's a game that you've got to take your chances when you get the opportunity to score some points. They've made some great runs from deep in their own half, but they just need to get some points when they get down there.
Mercer, Bateman, again good tackling by that man Roger Simpson. He's only a small guy, about 5.5 feet, but he certainly packs the punch. Now then, is that another 6 tackles? I don't think so. Here's a chance. Yes, Mr. Smith has waved another 6 tackles. Foster.
Notice he cut back inside that time, Ray.
Chambers, I like the looks of this youngster, John.
Yeah, he's playing very strongly and he's doing a good tough job down the middle. Hard yards in the middle and he's getting some.
McGinty. But this is good, solid defence by Bradford Northern. Paul Medley there, the second row. Again, Mercer. Gary Mercer, the second row, was a wingman for New Zealand, now operating out wide as a second row. Highly effective against Widnes in the semi-final. Sullivan. That's a good kick. It's a tester for Wilkinson. He's up to it. Beat it. Warrington 10th in Division 1 at the moment. Just 2 points above the relegation zone, but really playing well since Christmas. And Bradford really pounding it now. These forwards beginning to find the gaps. Paul Medley. Hobbs again, down his favourite side, but he misses it that time. Gets the ball back. But no. Referee Mr. Smith insisting that that ball just ricocheted off a Warrington player. So the handover on the 6th tackle. Cullen, O'Sullivan, McGinty. Northern bringing it away. Certainly Bradford had pressure on them, but just managed to hold on. Good tackle. Very good tackle. I think, Alex, certainly Brian Johnson can't be too happy with all this lost possession on the Warrington side. I don't think...
Terry Hudson is. What we've got here, Terry, surely we've got off to a good start. Bradford quite happy?
Yeah, we're 2 points ahead. If we continue and play as we are doing, I'll be quite happy.
Warrington dropping a little bit of ball, and obviously that's suiting you.
Yeah, they spilled a few balls when they've been in good positions.
And obviously you're relying on David Hobbs a lot with a kick.
Yeah, David's kicking game is going to be a big part of the event. Like, if he gets his kicking game right, you know, then I'm sure this will stop Warrington's block defence, which they have got off to a tee.
Well, I think you might be happy, but I think on the other bench there might be a few problems, because certainly Warrington are putting the ball down a little bit too often in this early stages.
Well, chance here now for David Lyon. He was coming in here, John.
Yeah, he's taking the ball up here. It's just a good tackle. There's 2 or 3 men in the tackle, and like all teams early in the game, they just overplay the holding down. They're just holding down just too long. That's a judgment call from the ref.
Well, David Lyon, not the regular kicker, but I can assure you that assistant coach Clyde Griffiths had him out practicing on high school fields yesterday afternoon, and he was certainly putting the ball between the posts. Let's see if we can do it again 24 hours later. Looking to equalise. No, just to the left of the post there. So the one miss there from David Lyon. Not a bad attempt, but possibly a little breeze just getting up now, swung it away. So still Bradford Northern 2 and Warrington 0.
Yeah, with 3 or 4 players that have decent kicking games.
Well, it's going well up to now, Ray, but there's a long time to go.
Good little run there by Itty. 2 little powerful packmen there, Drummond and Itty, neither giving way. In every match this season, John, in this Regal Trophy, we've had very few tries in the first half. It's been sort of a wall of attrition, hasn't it?
We have. I think that's the way rugby league's developing now. You know, both teams like to feel each other out. It's a bit of a battle in the middle of the park, and the tries come in the second half.
Ellis, good ball. Tony Thornley came in this morning when Chris Rudd was injured. Forster. Warrington putting and a penalty. Yes. A penalty against Neil Summers for holding down. Warrington certainly wanted a quick play the ball. I think they want to catch this big Bradford Northern pack out, but held down there.
Yeah, here's Mark Foster. He just takes off and gets out of that area. He comes in here nice and quick. 2-man tackle there, so the 2 men are in the tackle. But again, you watch the referee, they're looking at the players, and he rules that they hold him down too long.
Already missed 1. But no trouble with that one. 2 points from David Lyon's trusty boots. So Warrington all square now. Bradford Northern 2 and Warrington 2. Chambers again. Gets it to McGinty. Mercer. That's better from Warrington. That's a good kick from David Lyon. Excellent kick, 60-yarder. Puts play right down at the other end. And good cover from McGinty there and Cullen. You need the chasers, John, don't you?
Yeah, that was a great chase. He's certainly a big fullback, Wilkinson, and you know, I know at Wigan we always like to kick away from him and make him run across the park a little bit because he is such a big fellow, and he, you know, like you said, he does the job of a front rower.
Play on to the referee. 6 more tackles now to Warrington on this 25-yard line. Ellis again. Mercer just can't get the ball away. Good tackle by John Pendlebury. But Warrington looking for the quick play the ball. Alan Bateman watching that ball. He's had a couple of drops.
Come on, get off!
But certainly very quick is Bateman if he gets half a chance. Ellis. Good ball. Superb ball to Cullen now then. He's got support outside him. Foster coming inside. Well, I think on that occasion it probably would be better to have kept outside, but still it's Warrington on the attack. It's Ellis again. And another penalty. Well, rather silly there from Brian Noble. Ellis was wanting to get the ball played. Brian Noble was interfering with this lad. He's a fiery customer. And Dwayne Mann just checking what the decision was. But it's a kickable chance again to David Lyon. And he does. 2 more points from the trusty boot there of Lyon. Warrington now 4 points to 2, and certainly as far as the Wires fans are concerned, and David Lyon, nothing wrong with that eye injury. He was poked in the eye against Hull KR accidentally. Has been in hospital for 4 or 5 days. Made a wonderful switch into the pack. Well covered. Good loose forward play on both sides there. Good loose forward play by Pendlebury, trying to switch the blind side, but well covered by Paul Cullen on the other pack. And Northern, have they weathered the storm? Looking for points before the half-time hooter to Wilkinson. Summers. Well, possession, John, go back 15 yards.
Yeah, it's certainly good defence when you can get the opposition for a loss when they're attacking you. It's good look, backline defence. Push them up. They've got to have a bit of depth to move the ball across the park.
Pendlebury, good ball to Paul Medley. Now then, here's one forward who can run to the corner. Good tackle by Lyon. Excellent tackle by David Lyon, but there is the danger man, Paul Medley. And another penalty. Again for lying on at the play of the ball. I like these decisions by Jim Smith. We have to get the game as fast as we can. And certainly there should be no interference. Now then, Northern are taking the tap. They're not going for goal. Keeping the pressure on. Just 2 minutes remaining in this half. Bradford. Eating. Senses the line. Looks for the line. Doesn't quite get there. Pendlebury. Oh, good slip to Hobbs, but well read. Danger here for Warrington. Warrington leading 4 points to 2. Summers, that's a good ball. To Simpson. Simpson, he's got Marchant on the outside. Just look at that tackle by Des Drummond there on Tony Marchant. Fairly rocked him back. But still Northern on the attack. Roger Simpson. And the 5th tackle coming up. No. Too deep by John Pendlebury. So Warrington breathe again. They weather the storm. And I'm sure with just under a minute left in this first half, they'll want to hold it to these forwards.
I think David Hobbs might have made a fair decision there by not taking a kick at goal there. There's only a couple of minutes to half time and he elected to go for the try. 2 points on offer in a final. It's always you always have a go for the 2 points.
Sullivan, Cullen. There it is. There is the hooter. Hard 40 minutes, especially for those men there, like number 8 Neil Harmon, but I'm sure enjoyable for the supporters. Just Bradford Northern 2 and Warrington 4. The two sides there moving off to the new dressing rooms beneath the main stand there, the cost of £1 million, and I'm sure they'll welcome those dressing rooms. But a good first half.
Mike, your assessment of that first half, obviously, as Warrington captain, you'd rather be out there.
Yes, for sure, Paul. I mean, it's been tough on both sides. The tackling's been tremendous. Just on an occasion, we made the break, but we've let the ball go to ground. It's unfortunate, but we've just got to keep hold of the ball and play for 6. Just one missed tackle could win this game, and I just hope that Warrington don't do it.
Now, they certainly started off and rattled you early on.
Yeah, they have. I mean, it's all credit to Bradford. They're a big, strong side. Certainly a lot bigger and powerful than us. But our plan is to run them ragged for the first half, and hopefully our strength and stamina in the second half will tell.
Now, you need to get the ball out wider a bit quicker at times, don't you?
Yeah, we're being very static. We seem to be just catching and passing instead of hitting the ball on the full, taking it to the advantage line, drawing the man and simply just passing the ball on. It's simple football which will win a tie like this.
Is that the platform for you to win the trophy, do you think, that first half performance?
Certainly run the big forwards about and get them tired, and hopefully the last 20 minutes of the second half it'll tell and our fitness will show.
Now, how's your voice? Not as shouting?
I've got a bit of a throat infection. It's too much training down in South Wales.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
And that's the push. That's the push that Bradford can do, and they win that ball. Is he going for the line? And has he lost it? Well, he's lost it. Little Brett Hitty was going for the line, and you can do that as well. But still, what is it? Well, John.
Well,
what about all that?
Well, I was just going to say before that scrum, these are the scrums that Bradford like to hit you with a 6-man push. And as I thought it, they did it. So it's certainly a good ploy that they use.
And here's a good run by David Lyon. Superb play from their own line. Started by Dwayne Mann. And it's Warrington now on the attack. Sullivan, look for support to Thomas. Now that ball, was it stopped by Simpson? Still going. Cullen. Oh, he's come inside. McGinty. Here's McGinty again. The gaps. Can't get the ball away. But as I suspected, another 6 tackles. It did hit Roger Simpson. Ellis, good ball to Harman. And suddenly the game comes alive. It's a 2-1. Drummond, what did Drummond come inside for? Surely there was a 2-1 overlap there. Drummond came inside. Bateman had to put the ball inside. And John, the chance was lost.
Well, it was a chance. It was a chance to score some points. It's a flick pass back inside to Des, but it just wasn't a great pass, but Drummond should have caught that.
Itty. That's a good ball to David Croft. Play on, waves Mr. Smith. And there's a lot of manoeuvring there. Had to play the ball. Good play by John Pendlebury. You can strike at the play of the ball. The law is that once the ball touches the floor, both players can strike at the ball. Not many players do it these days. Hobbs. Alex, Warrington again, missing the chances.
Well, we think down here now, Terry, I think that was a bit of a let-off by Des Drummond. Really should have stayed out or come inside. That was a bad miss.
Yeah, well, I thought he took right option to come inside as he did it, but as I say, it was a good pass and a bad mistake on Des's part. He dropped the ball.
I think what you've got to think of now is, I see you getting a little bit excited here, telling the lads to move up on the Warrington. Are you a bit worried about they've got a little bit more pace?
Yeah, we're standing back, we're letting them run at us with 3 or 4 tackles. They're making something like 30-40 metres. It's not good enough. They're doing a good job in defence. They're moving, they're rushing us quick. We have got to do the same.
Well, I think both sides are making a mistake, but it's a typical cup tie and it's a very good game. Well,
would have been a risky pass from Neil Harman. And here we see one of the problems that when a side get themselves contained in the 25, it's so difficult to kick out of it. Wilkinson, oh, good run. Good ball to Noble. Now then, Summers again. Oh, that's a superb ball to Gerald Cordle. He's got some space. But a good tackle again by number 7 there, Kevin Ellis. Good cover tackle. But Bradford now putting things together. 2 good long passes there. Medley. Think it should have gone out. Pendlebury again. Simpson. And it's Warrington's turn to tackle now. Alec, this game now swinging from one side to the other, and again it's this big Bradford pack coming into it.
Well, I've got Terry Hudson down here now, and really there's a little bit of excitement on the bench. Terry, I think you'll be happy with the score, but because I think Warrington's left you off the hook a couple of times.
Right, so they've had all the territory this half. We've rarely been in their half. At present, we must get the ball out that little bit wide and hit them on the fringes. Because I'm afraid there's nothing for us around that block defence area.
Well, I think you're putting a little bit more pressure on Warrington, but I wonder will those chances that Warrington have missed will cost them in the end, because it's anybody's game up to now.
It could be. I mean, the amount of possession and the territorial advantage they've had, they should have put something on the board. And far too many times you see teams do this, come away with nothing, and they finish up losing games with it.
Well, only time will tell. Thank you.
And the time that will tell is 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. It's Warrington in the lead. Bateman to Drummond. No way through. Bring the pack in. I think we will. There's the first drive. And a good 1-2 from Harman.
Probably going to set up here for an inside pass off number 9, off the dummy half. Just look for an inside ball here.
There's one. O'Sullivan. Well covered. I think both these two coaches, Hobbs and Johnson, have certainly looked at videos of both sides play. Mercer. Ellis. Almost begin to wonder, John, is it worth a drop goal just to
to break things up.
An extra point and break things up, as you say.
Well, it could be, but you know, just get the feeling that Warrington, they've got to get over that line soon. They've played down here for a lot of time, and I don't think the try's far away.
Ellis elected to run it. Oh, beautiful ball to Harman. He hasn't got the support. Oh, that was a magnificent piece of rugby. A sack ploy. Completely fooled Bradford, with the exception of John Pendlebury there. But if Warrington had had another player there, that would have been a try. Bradford finally trying to get away from here. We've had some very low-scoring finals in the past. In fact, Bradford were involved in one way back in '75 when they beat Widnes by 3 points to 2. But here, on the end of a vital 2 points and a penalty. Now then, could this give Warrington that extra edge? So David Lyon then looking for his third goal. And he finds it. Huge roar from behind those posts. A hint of a grin on David Lyon's face, but certainly more than hints of smiles on those Warrington fans, as Warrington increased the lead 6 points to 2 now. Only 3 better defences than Warrington in Division 1, so testimony to the organisation of coach Brian Johnson. And Bradford really have got to move this ball out. They do, to Helliwell, with a good crunching tackle again by wire skipper Drummond. And a penalty, yes. Had a good game, Jim Swift, his first major trophy. 8 years as a Grade 1 referee. Been very keen around the play of the ball. And quite rightly too. Well taken by Lyon.
That's a big error. It's a real big error.
O'Sullivan. Good ball to Foster. Just 2 minutes left. Warrington in the lead. 6 points to 2. A battle there between Cordle and Foster. But Warrington, I think, going for the try. Ellis. He gets away to Bateman. Now then, this lad Bateman's got some speed. But a good tackle again by Simpson. Had a good defensive game in the centre. Mercer.
Come on, get up with it. Come on.
Seconds ticking away here. O'Sullivan, he's got Thomas with him. He's going for the line. It's there. It's there. That's the try. That's broken Bradford Northern's hearts. Sent the Wire supporters into raptures. Brilliant break by Chris O'Sullivan. Excellent support play. And the try there for Mark Thomas.
Well, it's good long balls between the halfbacks. The ball comes to Chris O'Sullivan. A defensive player here comes up too early, which allows Chris O'Sullivan to get in the back of him. And then a great step, good step. He had to score the try, beats a couple of players, and it's a great try. That's a try we've been looking for. Here's O'Sullivan here. Now, if you watch outside him, you'll see a defensive player come up too quick, which allows Chris O'Sullivan to get in the back of number 11 there. Hits a straight runner. Good step to beat the fullback. Mark Thomas has got to do a fair bit. He gets over the line. It's a great try. Good rugby league. Here we see it again. A very long pass to Chris O'Sullivan. Number 11 comes up too quick there. Allows O'Sullivan in the back. A good step off the left foot. He's still got to score the try. Powers up. Great try to Mark Thomas.
And I think it was the length of that pass from Kevin Ellis that really opened the field, didn't it, John?
Yeah, as a coach, Ray, I go back a little bit further and have a look at that penalty that Bradford received a minute beforehand. They didn't kick the ball out, which allowed Warrington to counter-attack.
So, David Lyon now looking for his fourth goal. No pressure on him now. I think we can see that as the ball goes firmly between those posts. 12 points to 2 now for Warrington and the Regal Trophy. Firmly on its way back over the Pennines to Lancashire. For the 6th consecutive year, Mark Thomas substitutes. His family have seen good service at Warrington. His father, a player in the 60s and the 70s. And there's number 12, Billy McGinty. Delight on his face. I don't suppose he knows yet that he's the man of the match. But how nice to see a forward in a major tournament and final being given that man of the match. Only a young lad and a great future in the game. This, the 4th Regal Trophy win, but the first for 10 years. I don't think it'll do them any harm. And a cheque for £30,000 to the winners, and there we see Des Drummond now about to go up to receive the Regal Trophy from Mr. Huckman, the trading director of Imperial Tobacco. Well deserved by Warrington. And David Lyon, who only 48 hours ago was lying in his hospital bed here at Headingley now, delighted, and thankfully no serious damage to his eyes. Chris O'Sullivan all the way from Australia, the grand final winner. Mark Forster, one of the few here in this Warrington side, played before, tasted defeat in 1987 against Wigan. Good performance, John, from Warrington.
It was a good performance. It was very low scoring, which I said it's just as hard in this game to play good defence as it is to show good attack. So both teams, you know, they deserve a bit of credit for their defence. It's been excellent throughout the Regal Trophy, and Kevin Ellis, one winner on the big games.
And so the first major trophy of this Rugby League season goes to Warrington. Warrington 12, Bradford Northern 2.